Yo, what up, Stud Muffin Nation? Welcome back, and today, my friends, we got two stories out of our hand. We got a pretty bad news for GTA 6, but not only that, Xbox Series X. I mean, I know that a week ago I was like, hey, the second half is gonna be a huge play, not only for Xbox and Microsoft, where both of these companies are gonna be making huge plays. By the looks of it, Xbox is losing pre-second play, and I'm not just kidding you. I know that some of you Stud Muffins will take me in the wrong way. Obviously not you Stud Muffins, but you know, all the Xbox Stud Muffins out there will be like, hey, you're just an Xbox hater. But mind you, a week ago, I was that guy who said that Xbox reveal, Xbox goes hard at PS5, and it was true, right? Like, there was no sign of PS5. Then PS5 did the reveal. A ton of Sony ponies, myself included. I only play on the PlayStation, sometimes on the PC as well. But then quickly after, I was like, Xbox destroys PS5, but PS5 is faster. I said that, and it's true, right? Because Xbox, they got a 12 teraflops GPU. They got the backwards compatibility. Does PS5 have that? Absolutely not. They only got a faster SSD, and they were asking their customers and their Sony ponies, hey, send us your ear pictures, right? That's kind of like what Sony was doing, which was absolutely horrific, and they lost the first half, but the second half, I mean, Mike Cerny having that evil laugh, because guys, pre-second half, when you see headlines like this, and we got direct quotes, and I'm just gonna show you, it's absolutely hilarious stuff, but nothing to fool with. Xbox Series X graphics source code reportedly stolen and held for $100 million ransom. And just for context sake, let me actually bring it back. $100 million, that's 1 million fresh pairs of Benjamin Franklin, right? And a lot of people are kind of struggling right now, and I got to say, if Benjamin Franklin is watching you, even one bill, you finding that bill on the floor or somewhere like that, that's a blessing, guys. You never say no to Benjamin Franklin. But this person, I mean, quote unquote, going and reaching, one would say, for 100 million US dollars. And you know, the irony is absolutely real out here. You know, I'm just gonna give you some tips if you're the hacker watching this, but understand this. Just like how that one hard make the shoes, I report the news, and I'm gonna give you some tips that can save your life. I'm gonna be honest with you, because a hacker has reportedly stolen the source code for the Xbox Series X graphics source code and is asking for a $100 million ransom, or else they will leak the information to everyone. Now, let me keep it real. Now, I am personally running on low IQ. Okay, let's just put it out there. But there are businessmen out there. They got psychologists, they got neurologists working under them, and anybody above the IQ of 100, they will foresee this and they will be like, hey, why bother paying this person, this individual, $100 million while we can sit back and watch rainbows in the skies? Because obviously everybody's quarantined, everybody's staying home, so you know, there's less pollution, this and that, so we're gonna be able to see rainbows, and we can go ahead, pick up sunflower seeds. Let's just wait for them to not get this $100 million. Let's just wait for this person to leak this information online, and then let's just go gangster, right? That's kind of like what a lot of this businessman mentality is, right? And this is kind of hilarious, because guys, we're talking about that 12 teraflops Xbox Series X GPU. And mind you, I was the same person, okay, who said that Xbox goes hard at PS5, okay? So keep in mind, I'm just reporting the news, okay? I'm not trying to pick sides, but this is that same GPU that was 12 teraflops, and yes, PS5 is still missing 1.72 teraflops, you know, like these are facts, but the Xbox 12 teraflops GPU source code is now hacked, and this person is demanding $100 million, and we actually have quotes. We got direct quotes, so we're gonna be picking this hacker brains apart in a second. But the hacker is said to have obtained source codes for various AMD devices, particularly the Nadia 10, Nadia 21, and Ardent. So not one, not two, but three and devices. So yeah, not one, not two, not three, but more. So devices as well. I mean, absolutely ridiculous stuff here, guys. The last of those is supposed to be connected to the upcoming Xbox Series X, which would make the information much more valuable than usual. AMD says it's aware of a breach and believes the stolen information is, and I quote, not core to the competitiveness or security. Obviously, they're just trying to downplay the situation of its products, but the hacker is still threatening to release it regardless if they don't get the price they're asking for. And we got direct quote, guys, and this is hilarious, okay? This is hilarious, and apparently it's a woman who leaked it, because like Torrent Freak reported on the alleged, and Torrent Freak, let me actually put this on your screen, guys. The alleged hacker has claimed that they will just leak everything in an interview with Torrent Freak, and Torrent Freak is just those guys who are just sitting back there, hey, let's get a press conference going. Obviously not literally, but they're those guys who's like, hey, we got some entertainment, we got a hacker, we gotta go around, we gotta just put out articles on this, we gotta pick this person brain. But hey, I'm no different, like I'm just reporting the news, right? So everybody's kind of like finding entertainment value, but do I want to see Microsoft go down and lose this big? I absolutely don't want to see that. I want to see both consoles thrives, everybody. But this was reported by Torrent Freak, and alleged breach, and said that they've been in contact with the hacker who said to have stolen the sensitive information, and the hacker said she found it in November of 2019, so it's a women. I mean, women power, everybody, and I don't want to F around with any women out there because they strong, okay? I found AMD Navi GPU hardware source codes in a hacked computer, the person explained, and I quote, the user didn't take any effective action against the leak of the codes and the source for the Xbox Series X GPU in a hacked computer, and that the information stolen wasn't protected or properly encrypted. And this quote is absolutely hilarious. That's what that person said, the hacker, right? Allegedly, the source code was unexpectedly, you know, actually, let me bring my voice acting in here. The source code was unexpectedly achieved from an unprotected computer server through some exploits, the person said. I later found out about the files inside it. They weren't even protected properly or even encrypted with anything, which is just sad. So in a nutshell, right, that person saw the servers. They were like, not only that the servers weren't protected, but it was just sad. You know, let me go ahead, let me steal the code. Just ridiculous stuff, guys. And she said that she hasn't spoken to AMD about the matter because she's pretty sure the company will try to sue. So why not just leak it to everyone, she asked. I mean, just absolutely crazy. I'm gonna be honest, okay? AMD did file DMCA because she put something online, I'm not sure what, but apparently and allegedly she did put some legit stuff, and they, you know, went ahead, they filed a DMCA like anybody, and now she's just like, so why not just leak it to everyone? You know, makes sense. I mean, you do you, girl, but I can tell you that Microsoft and AMD, they're definitely not just sitting back. They're definitely panicking. They're running around. They're doing like circles in the studios because obviously, you know, everybody's quarantined. They cannot go around on the streets and make moves, right? But they're still trying to make moves, and rightfully so. And it's absolutely crazy, guys. And this is what AMD said, which is definitely, they're just downplaying the situation because I mean, they're just panicking, but they don't want the world to know. Quote, while we are aware the perpetrator has additional files that have not been made public, we believe the stolen graphics IP is not core to the competitiveness or security of our graphics products. AMD said, we're not aware of the perpetrator possessing any other AMD IPs. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but the situation is still hilarious, right? And we're talking about second half. This upcoming second half will decide huge, man. That's when a ton of people will be offended. That's when a ton of people will be like, hey, I'm a pick Xbox, and a ton of people will be like, I'm gonna stick with my Sony pony. And personally, I play on the Sony pony. I love my Sony console, but at the end of the day, I on YouTube, I just like to report the news. I like to keep it how it is, and like I said, Xbox is making huge moves, but this is definitely a huge fall, right? Will they be able to recover from this? I hope so. I hope they are able to recover, because we're talking about a 12 teraflop GPU source code getting stolen, guys. I'm pretty sure like a week ago, Xbox players were chesting up, and I was like, hey, go Xbox, go. But this time, I gotta be real, man. Go Sony Pony goes. It's your time to shine. It's your time to chest up. And admittedly, right, like even if I say that or not, a ton of Sony Ponies will be chesting up. I mean, it's your right. But on the flip side, though, we got some sad news regarding GTA 6, guys. And just the other day, I made a video on March 24th. I was like, hey, don't expect a trailer on March 25th because Jason Schrier, he works for Kotaku, he's an insider, he's a journalist, and before I show you what he said, I mean, I'm just gonna put it on your screen. He says that don't expect it, but I also do want to put this on your screen, okay, because this is pretty conflicting. This is kind of suspect, right? Because these are Jason Schrier predictions, and the number 2 on the list is Rockstar will announce Grand Theft Auto 6. Why does he say that? I'm not sure. And right here, he's like, I don't expect news on the next GTA for a while, because apparently ZD was like, is there anything that you could tell us about GTA 6? There were few rumors indicated for March month, and now presumably perhaps April for the announcement. I'm sorry for going out of character. My voice acting wasn't that good enough there. I really apologize. But apparently, Jason Schrier predicted that. I'm just gonna put the date on your screen for you stud muffins out there. Apparently, Jason Schrier predicted on January 9th that this year we're gonna have announcement from Rockstar Games, and personally, I absolutely believe it. I think that this is the year for GTA 6. I'm not talking about us gonna have GTA 6, but I'm talking about like teasers, the trailers, and the leaker claimed that we're gonna have it on March 25th. But now apparently Jason Schrier says that I don't expect news on the next GTA for a while, and that while I'm not sure what does he mean. But you know what? It definitely crushed a lot of people's hopes, myself included. And this guy's like, Lamel, he's just speculating with this tweet. And maybe yes, he's speculating, but I gotta be real, like he definitely got context. So the fact that he's saying that don't expect it for a while, I'm pretty sure he knows something that we don't. And it's kind of suspect too, right? Because the leaker who originally said that we're gonna have the reveal like this month, that's kind of like what he's saying. He says that he never said March 25th, but he's still on his word. He's saying that this is the month when we're gonna see GTA 6 trailer. My opinion is that don't let your dogs out, right? But he is still saying, he still is on his word on the GTA forums, and GTA forums is like, hey, if we don't get a reveal this month, we're just gonna ban this guy. And keep in mind, this is that guy who accurately leaked Red Dead Redemption. I believe it was the 3rd trailer back in 2018. I believe back in May of 2018. And he leaked that, but not only that, he accurately leaked every single one of the trailer description a month before we had the trailer. And now he was doing the same thing. And I wonder if the Rona situation is what caused the delay. I mean, I could definitely be wrong, but that's just my opinion, right? I guess we're never gonna find out, but let's hope it drops this month. But throw all your expectations out of the window if we get it. All of us are gonna see a huge dopamine spike, but you certainly don't want to be on the downside when you get hit with that dopamine crash, right? You don't want to be a victim of that. But if anything goes down, I will keep all of you stud muffins in the loop, so definitely like and subscribe. Check out the video on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.